something that we in the anti-cuts movement in Salford have always tried to do, is to bring groups of workers together, groups of people who aren't working, but benefit protesters, anti-fracking protesters, whatever. It's really important that we bring the movement together and find a united way forward against austerity. We had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, which we called, along with the support of Salford Unison, means just spoken from them, with probably 150 people at Swinton British Legion. All the different campaigns, escorts for special educational needs, you know, all the different campaigns, the mental health workers who are faced with redundancy and so on, brought them all together in a fantastic meeting of 150. And that meeting voted a number of things, one of which is to have a protest at Salford Council on May the 17th on the lawns, which is actually something that the Barton Moss campaigners have already done, which I think shows how all our movements can learn from each other in terms of the tactics that we pursue. But also voted, this is 150 people, many of whom will have voted Labour in the past, disgusted with the fact that Labour is implementing Tory cuts, disgusted with the fact that Labour councils are screwing tenants through the bedroom tax and threatening to evict people. It's not literally the Labour council in this case, because it's a private housing association, but we will be campaigning in the other parts of this city to keep social housing, to keep council housing within the city. We will be campaigning in July and August after the elections to stop the Salex stock transfer, because you can see what happens when you transfer your stock to these private housing associations. So we've got to bring all of these campaigns together, and one of the ways we can do that is in the elections coming up. This meeting of 150 voted with about 3 votes against to say we will support anti-cuts and anti-fracking candidates in the local elections. And I hope this meeting would agree with that as well. We need to support Vicky, we need to support other people in their position as well. And we will be back in a month's time if that's what it takes. Yeah. But we need to provide a political alternative for people on this estate and everywhere else in Salford, everywhere else in Greater Manchester, that cuts are not the answer, and there is another way forward, and it's called socialist policies. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Tom Simpson from South Manchester Against the Cuts. We're here down today to support every eviction. We in South Manchester early on in the when the bedroom tax was introduced, we helped to prevent one of our local tenants, a young mother, from being evicted. We're going to be here as South Manchester against the cuts, fighting all privatisation, all cuts. We're going to be standing anti-cuts councillors in the local elections as part of TUS, the Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition. We're here to support you, the rest of Manchester's with you, and together we can beat this.
Hi Boris, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. I'll leave one here.
Well, you should be holding. You made the damn thing.
Quite political.
I have a colleague here speaking about the Labour government. Are you aware that the Labour government, Tony Blair, well, you just got a look at a few weeks ago, the biggest terrorist in Northern Ireland, Martin McGuinness and Jerry Adams, met in London at a funeral, and Cherry Blair goes up and gives him a kiss on the cheek. Tony Blair and this government, the people who done the Birmingham pub bombings and other bombings in Ireland, I'm Irish, as you can tell from my accent, but they've been given a licence to commit murder. The people that killed 21 people in Birmingham, 4 of them were Irish, face no charges because Tony Blair has given guarantee that they'll never face justice. Just as any other bombing that happened here in England, they say they don't want to do it. Now the Chief Constable of Birmingham has said that no charges will ever come against anyone that pranks a bomb. What kind of justice is that from a Labour Party that's supposed to be for the people? Why didn't he tell us before he retired that he was kicked commitments and guarantees to terrorists. So we just remember that when they come around looking for votes, because there's one more for them and one more for us. They won't even support the killing of innocent people by the police. They just don't want to know. All they want to do is cover up the facts. Take Anthony Granger here, a young lad sitting in a car, his nephew, sitting in a car, shot dead by the police. You compare that to the two terrorists that killed the young lad from Manchester in London in Wales. They were armed, the police shot him in the legs. And yet when he comes to Anthony Granger, they shot him in the heart. And yet there's no one answering for that crime. How many more deaths in custody before people start to speak up? How many more, everyone picks the paper up and they read of assisted suicides in prison, you read it, or another fool took his life in prison. But what they're not telling you is they are assisted suicides. I know from experience because in 1986 in London's prison, they came in to try and hang me. So there is nothing but cover-ups going on.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Can I ask that we all sort of come together, hold up the banner, get the unison banner there, so that what Vicky can have is a photograph, and we can all see, you know, the length and the breadth of the support here. So if we could just sort of come together, get the banners out, hold up this one, there's another one there, and you know, all sort of come in.
Here we go, group photo here. Arranging people to take a photograph.
Try and get behind the bank and stay where you people can try and urgent cat. Just come round a little bit, so you between the banner and the cat. On that side. You can go around here. Go all the this side. You get off.
We'll explain this in a second. We'll just finish with the official part.
Just lower the main banner, please. On the floor.
She doesn't help herself. For months and months and months I was telling her to get up off her ass and sort herself out. Stop hanging about in your bedroom. Get up and go and do it. Get up and go and do it. Helping her out and everything. She owes me money. She's a waste of space. I don't know why you're here.
When you're poor in trouble, you haven't got...
No, I was helping her. This is what I'm saying. She was my friend. I helped her. She owes me money. She won't get up off her ass. How are you meant to help somebody that won't help themselves?
This isn't personal. This is a job. Everyone needs a roof over their head.
Well, everyone needs to pay for the roof over their head as well.
I don't.
I don't.
I make my roof.
Tuck the pole, why
I make my roof.
Oh, look, you look, look.
I make my roof. I don't have any money.
You be next then, won't you?
Bit of compassion, love. Bit of humanity.
A bit of love for a change.
Anyway, guys, just ignore them.
What am I to
Yeah, can we just concentrate on the what matters?
Let's have smiles, not...
Yeah. No. I didn't.
No, geez, that's how you divide. That's all that's about, is divide that. You divide and conquer.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll do the update.
So the second argument was stupid.
We'll go and ask her. Linda. Hey up.
Yeah, no. My fella's on life license. Don't.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you can't.
No, I know, but I just don't. No, it's not even that. Do you know what I mean? What I'm talking about. I don't want him anyway.
Yeah, I'll just go away. People don't want me to film it. Don't want to cause an argument here. Well, yeah, still we're here dealing with an arrangement. That's how it goes. Official part. Group photograph.
Right, folks, it's just for the one for the. Just try and do a bit more. To create massive people there.
Which newspaper he's from?
I don't know.
You don't know which newspaper? No, probably. No way.
Would be surprised.
No way. I'll go and ask him.
Right, okay, we've got a house behind as well, which is good. Can we get some? These behind us. Okay. Good. All right, this way, please, everybody. Good. Superb.
Which newspaper are you from?
Bolton News.
Oh, Bolton News.
Yep.
Bolton News. Here we go.
Last couple now.
Another state track.
Okay, cheers.
Can I say big thank you to everyone again, and when Vicky gets here, she's got a life to lead now, but we also have got
That's it.
a
I'll leave
future
now.
that shows every landlord in this city, you start trying to evict people, whatever the circumstances, we will be there to make sure you don't, because there's only one group of people I want to see evicted, and that's Cameron, the Tories and the Tory government. Thank you very much, and thanks everyone for turning out.
We're going to move down to the local unity office.
Nick, do you want to tell us anything about what's going on here? What is it? What's your opinion?
I woke up this morning to find out that this was going to be the first eviction for bedroom tax.
Yeah.
And of course, when someone says we need to be somewhere on it, so came down like.
Also,
there's a lady across the road that's a little upset about the fact that her friend might have brought this on herself for some reason or whatever, not really understanding what's going on with regards to the bedroom tax. But I'm not actually here just for the lady at this house. I want to stop evictions for bedroom tax, no matter what. So I came. We went to the shop as well. Went to the shop to try and get some super glue.
Alright.
But then found out that no direct action was required. So everything's all good.
Yeah,
fantastic. Peace, love.
Yeah. Thanks. Would you like to say anything? Why are you here? Any words?
I want to say something. Did you record what the unfortunate neighbour came over and had a rant about?
Well, I believe this is a little bit personal between the issue itself.
Well, absolutely, it's personal. But what she's talking about is clearly a woman that has been ground down to the point where she doesn't want to go out anymore. She's been described as having mental health issues and depression. This is what the government are creating when they're chasing you and hounding you for having an extra bedroom. Pay more money, give us more money. It's driving people. It's making people ill. Right. So that's the other side of this. It's not just about losing your home. It's about losing your sanity, your dignity, and your respect. We have to fight for that. We have to fight for it on every level. And like Nick said, no direct action was required today.
No direct action was required. Oh, we've got
maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Lost the flag.
We've got Anne here. Hello, Anne. You're a little bit you're a little bit late. I'll give you a hug later. Come here, I'll give you a hug. Oh, nice to see you. I'm just live streaming. Do you want to say anything? Why are you here? I mean, why? You missed a party. I mean, actually, you missed a little bit of party. You've come a little bit late.
Yes, someone tried to speak to me there. Yeah, well, it's just the horror of this government and the way it's treating people. How about that? And the poor are just getting poorer and just getting discounted all the time. It's an appalling disgrace. Will that do?
Yeah, we've got. We
You agree
brought.
with that?
As far as I know, we brought a few wooden poles and tried to educate people on how to deal with bailiffs. We've assumed that we'd have some police presence here, but apparently.
I'll give some advice.
Yeah, I'd give some advice.
Watching live stream.
Yeah, it's live stream.
What happens is if bailiffs are called, if you're in debt, if the person who is in debt, the alleged debt, because who they're in debt to, I'd like to know. 40 trillion, is it?
$40 trillion.
40 trillion we're in debt to, but who are we in debt to? Now, when you talk to Greater Manchester Police,
They say
when you talk to Greater Manchester Police, they say we're in debt to each other, like that. I'd like to know who we're actually in debt to. However, but when you're in debt and the bailiffs get called, the first thing you should do is phone the police.
Yeah.
Tell them that you're being threatened by the bailiffs and they're trying to force entry. The police will then say on the phone that they don't assist in civil debt, they don't get involved with civil debt. So then the bailiff will ring the police because they can't get in, and then the police will be there in seconds because the police are assisting the bailiffs. Yeah, so the courts are using the police and the bailiffs as their henchmen to extract money out of people. So then what you need to do is barricade your front door and your back door. All you need to do is get a piece of 4x4 wood, wedge it underneath your door handle, because what happens next is the bailiff and the police will instruct the locksmith to drill the lock out. Now a locksmith will come and drill the lock out, right, and then he'll step back from the door and say, I've drilled the lock out, I've done my job, but I can't open the door. It's blocked, it's wedged. Then they can't force entry, they can't come in and set the door off, because then it's illegal. Plus,
How many subtle things you have to know.
Well, if you should also ask for the warrant from the judge, and it should be signed by a judge in a wetting signature. If they've not got the warrant and it's not signed, they haven't got the right paperwork. If they're using a locksmith to drill the lock out, they need an EX96 form signed by a judge from the court. And if you've not got that, you can't use a locksmith to gain entry.
Which form? Now,
the bailiffs always use, even if you're in a bit of debt. Yeah, if you're in a bit of debt, they will threaten you with all these tactics, and what you need to do is put an implied right of access on your door or your gate, which means you're refusing them to access your property or your land.
Implied right of access removed.
Yeah, and then what happens is, if the bailiffs come and they come on your property, they're committing trespass. If you ask them to leave, and they refuse, they're aggravated trespass. And then you can take them to court and take a private prosecution out against the bailiffs and against each police officer who is involved assisting with the bailiffs, because it's illegal. So people need to get clued up about common law and about bailiffs and how fraudulent the bailiffs are with the courts and the council tax and the bedroom tax. It's all looped together. I'll give you another example. The BBC are decriminalising the BBC TV licence. So
Capita,
Capita will not be chasing for the debt. It's going to be passed over to bailiffs.
Debt
so once you
collection
learn
agency,
what I've just told you then about the locksmith and all that, carry on. That's what you need to learn. But you need to study it, Google it, YouTube it. You'll see loads of clips where the bailiffs have been sent away with a tail in between the legs. And the police.
Thank you, Wes. Nikki, do you want to say anything? No? No comment?
No.
Colin?
My mother grew up in Salford.
Colin?
Grandfather had an allotment.
Colin? Hello. Do you want to say anything to the viewers while we're here?
Viewers? No, we're not in my area of speciality here, are we? Bedroom tests. So.
No, indeed, but so why are you here then?
I've probably got little to add to the debate. Because I can smell injustice a mile away, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. So we don't need to know a lot.
That's all I need to know.
Details, we need to know if it's unjust. That's what we're here, aren't we?
Yeah, it's either just or it's not just. If it's not just, I can smell it.
Okie dokie.
I come to it like a mouse to cheese.
Anyway, we've been outside.
I think there's a number of unjust bailiff actions taking place. It's been quite well documented nationally now, so I think that's the reason why we're here, and personally we might get impacted by things like this in the next few weeks and months, so we'd like support as well if it gets to that point. And yeah, they just think that they can come in with lots of police and lots of bailiffs and take people out of their home for a number of reasons, be it mortgage fraud, benefits tax fraud, etc. So we'll be there all the time. Everyone.
Thank you, Nikki. I'll go and ask if anybody else wants to talk. Do you want to say a few words while you're here on...
No, not me.
No?
Just here.
Hold on, yeah, just here, just here.
Yeah, just here.
Just here.
Don't like it.
Showing solidarity. Oh, would you like to say a few words while you're here? Hiya.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything.
No.
Oh.
Nothing.
We're getting off.
Oh yeah. Hello, hello. It's Bob. It's Bob here with you. Bob.
And it's the great Boris.
Yeah.
Speaking to the great Boris, and it's an honour to be in his presence.
Anything else while we're
that's
here?
it.
That's it. While we're here.
I've praised you,
Just
Boris.
thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Your head is growing like this. I'll see you later, man.
Come here. Oh. Welcome to the camp, Strawberry.
Yeah.
See you. Oh, it was nice seeing you.
And you.
See you later.
Well, good luck. I'll go and ask if anybody else wants to talk. Would you like to say anything? Why we're here? Why are you here?
Oh, I'm really rubbish at speaking. I need to practice this kind of
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just in your words, in your own
really
words.
inspiring to
Because we're live streaming, so it's
it's a live stream.
Yeah.
So it is. It's inspiring to see all these people here. And that's all I have to say.
You've brought a few signs here which say, bin the bedroom tax, can't pay, will stay, no eviction. So
yeah, I'm not actually a member of the Socialist Party just yet, but I seem to be well in support of what they're doing. Basically, it's just a matter of giving the working people an alternative to the Labour Party, which is no longer supporting the working people, and we're here to help. That's it.
Show solidarity, isn't it? So is it, or is it?
Sorry.
So what's the objective of being here? Is it just to show solidarity? Or is it to raise awareness of the Socialist Party?
We want to raise awareness of the Socialist Party. We're here to help Vicky, who we've not met, but it's the bedroom tax, obviously, which we are against.
So it's just a global picture, isn't it? It's not about the individual. It's about the.
It's about every individual. It's about the community. It's about having an individual in the community. And it's about the individual in the community who wants to help each other.
It's very good. Such a shame that a lot of neighbours do not see the bigger picture.
Apparently this happens quite a lot. But it's about spreading awareness, and these are the kind of people that we have to target.
One of those things, the reason why you get people who might come out and disagree with it, even though they are actually going through the same relative situation, is part of the government's agenda to drive a wedge between working people. And we need to come together in groups like this to actually offer proper solidarity, and more than just solidarity, understand that one person's emancipation is by necessity linked to everyone's emancipation. So without one person being free, no one can be free.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Would you like to say anything? While we're here, would you like to say anything?
Yeah. I'm here to protest at the proposed eviction of the tenancy of Vicky over the bedroom tax arrears issue. I think it's a disgrace that the court have awarded a warrant to a bailiff to evict her, but the solidarity that we've shown by turning up this morning has led to a reversal of that decision this morning in an emergency hearing, and it needs to be repeated wherever evictions are threatened. If we can mobilise like this, then we can defeat the bedroom tax, and I'll certainly want to be part of that movement.
Yeah, when did you find out about it?
Found about it yesterday.
Yesterday.
In fact.
Short notice, isn't it?
Yeah, the bedroom tax campaign only found about it yesterday.
Oh, I think, is it the house?
Someone's been in there all the time, which is insulting, really.
No, he's just let himself in.
Oh, is it? All right, sorry.
It's a boyfriend, apparently.
Why? Why? What's going on? Why?
Well, because Vicky's come in and we've had a rally. She's not been evicted. We've had a success. We want to give her the dignity of privacy.
It's really strange, isn't it?
She's not sorry, excuse me, what? She's not are we here to stop bailiffs evicting her?
They've been cancelled.
They've been cancelled?
They've been cancelled, and that's definite. So she's safe for 4 weeks.
Oh, okay, right.
So everybody in your diaries, back here in 4 weeks.
For another political rally, yeah.
For now, we're asking, can you disperse? We can go to the union offices on Chorley Road, and we can continue meeting there for as long as we want to.
Stella is successful after this day. We don't always get stuff done. But on the good side, I did get my bail from this.
Oh, I wanted to ask a few ladies here with their nice colourful signs. Decided to. Would you like to say anything why you're here? Because I've spotted you've got a very colourful sign here.
I'm here to stop the war on the poor and stop social cleansing and all the injustices that are going on with this multi-million-pound government.
Alright, but this is very colourful and it's personal.
In other words,
We are in a mess, aren't we? Stop the war on the poor. Stop the social cleansing. Oh, wonderful. Have you got also anti-fracking symbol here over there? Are you supporting Bartamos?
yeah, I am. I've been down a couple of times. It's difficult to get there though, you know, public transport, because I've been down a couple of times. Been pushed about by the police.
Have you already experienced police brutality and violence?
Well, no, it's like forcing you walk on and they're behind you, bumping into you, treading on your heels. Try to be civil to them and speak to them, and they look at you with disgust. I know. I don't think there's no need for all that police presence, because when there's no police presence there,
it's even worse. Might be even worse, isn't it?
No, I mean when the protectors are walking up in front of the lorries, there's all the police presence there is causing
danger to
and when there's no lorries there, there's no problem with the protesters. So why does it have to be all that police presence?
Good question. Good question. I'll go and ask Judy.
We've got to go now because apparently the young woman concerned doesn't want a big fuss. So we've had a bit of a rally and now we're going. But some people are going to the Unison offices to have a bit of a chin wag and hopefully there'll be a cup of tea. So if you want to find out about that, Mark,
I've got to go on to the solicitors.
Right, you've got stuff.
Judy,
okay. Yeah.
Would you spare a few minutes telling us why you're here? Why were we here today?
Okay, I'm here today because I think that the government's policy on welfare is absolutely disgusting. It's one rule for the rich. For example, Maria Miller, she may have had her knuckles wrapped, but she's still got 2 houses, whereas we're not even allowed to keep the one house where we may have lived all or most of our lives.
Yeah.
This policy on the bedroom tax is really a really cruel and vicious policy, so we've come here to support this young woman. Most of us have never met her before, but we think it's really important that she is not evicted from her home, that she has a place to live where she can feel secure, and that her daughter can come to visit, and she has the same right as everybody else can have to a decent home and not to be worried about losing it.
Yeah. I'll ask Jackie. Jackie, would you like to say a few words while we're here? Why did you come here?
Well, we're here on behalf of, once again, another bedroom tax and eviction issue, which we're going to fully support. It's one of the key issues. Watch that.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
And we'll be back in 4 weeks' time, and any other similar events that we come to, we're there fully to support. We're drumming up as much support as we possibly can for that, and anything connected with anything to do with that sort of bedroom tax, and going to some of the demonstrations as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Jackie.
I'm here because we're resisting all the bullshit. That's why I'm here. That's why we're camping outside Greater Manchester Police Headquarters, because of all the corruption. Stop funding the corruption. Stop paying your council tax. Stop paying your bedroom tax. Stop paying HMRC. Because it's all corrupt.
Stop all the taxes.
What's that?
They're funding wars and weapons and genocide.
You've got a choice.
Everybody should stop doing it. Everybody should stop doing it. I'm asking you.
I would rather him take him out, but to be honest, I don't really get benefits from partnering.
Oh, Mark, you've missed the whole party, but I'd like to thank you for the awesome video you made.
Cheers.
So it's such a shame that you've arrived a little bit late. So I wish I could see your next video about this incident, but apparently we didn't have any bailiffs, we didn't have any police here, so it was quite.
It's been a success today, hasn't it?
More or less, I've picked up a few details. Apparently there so she wasn't represented, and that's why she got evicted. And that today was the eviction day, and that's why everybody's here. But it's quite strange. I'm going back to the camp, to Justice Camp, Justice Community Protection Camp.
Is John coming? Is John as well? John.
He's just was ringing me. I didn't pick up because I'm live streaming.
Right.
Yeah. So as far as I know, so she missed. Nobody has represented her. That's why we're facing. She's been faced with eviction, and that's why they put the call for people today. And it's quite. It's a political rally. It's was yeah. Is everyone off? Yeah. Political rally.
I'm seeing you very shortly.
Have you got a lift back?
Yeah, we're coming with Wes. But I'm surprised. I'm so.
We can go back that way.
Do you know what? Can you drop these two off there? Because I need to go to work.
Yeah, if you want.
I left my car outside the park. I just came down with my car.
Yeah, so that was a purely political rally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to get involved. That's why I didn't speak.
Yeah, that was took over.
Labour. He's Labour. Labour.
But Labour.
Who's Labour?
The main speaker, Carl, is Labour.
If I knew he was Labour, that's why he shot me up. We were down about 20 there. That's why he shot me up.
How long has the trade union organisation been going? 100 years?
Yeah, but
and what has it done so far for the people? Are we in a better spot now than we were 100 years ago? Then what the hell are people paying money to a union for? Keep your money.
Stop paying the unions?
Keep your money. Keep your money from the unions, keep your money from the politicos, keep your money from the government, keep your money from the banks, keep your money from the councils, keep your money from the parking people, keep your money from everybody. The only people that you need to pay are the people that you buy your food on.
And Darren, why would you...
Keep your money from everybody, don't pay any bills. They're all robbers and criminals.
Why would you not pay a parking ticket? Is it because it's unlawful and illegal anyway? When they stop one on your car?
So well, you shouldn't be charged to park on it.
Shall we talk about parking tickets? Come with me. Come with me. I'll show you what I've got.
Come on, let's go and have a look what Wesley's got. Yes, Wes, I'm following you. So what do you have?
I have, but it won't stick on my windscreen.
Oh, I see, okay.
What it is, it's a message to any parking attendant not to put anything on my vehicle because it's my vehicle and not theirs.
So what do you have? Where is it? Oh, it's over here. There we go. Yeah. Yep. And what does it say?
Get it out. So it says,
yeah.
I don't know if people can read it. It's legal notice. The removal, towing, seizure or anything attached to this vehicle without prior written consent will be removed by force if necessary and will incur a renewal fee of £5,000 payable on demand. Failure to understand this notice or notice this notice is unacceptable.
Hold on. No.
See it?
Yep.
So anybody puts anything on my vehicle
will be charged.
Will be charged £5,000 for the privilege.
And it's legal.
They charge you for the privilege of a bit of paper which you stick on your windscreen.
It's basically the same but doing it to them.
Yeah. So there's everything round on them. Whatever they're doing, spin it round and turn it back on them.
Yep.
I call it karma, to be honest, but...
Do you think we should go and... No,
she'll start kicking off.
So what's it all about?
Alfie. The truth, she says she owes her £5. She's been dodging her for 3 months, and she won't come over and tell her she's not got the money to pay her. She's also given her a settee because she felt sorry for her, but she said she's whizzing her tits off on which is a drug. The house is full of dog feces, which it is, and she's not well. Or she doesn't sound well, even though I've not met her.
So would you say the judge has picked her as a president to evict? Or is it just an... I
think she's brought a lot of it on herself, but there is people legitimately not been able to afford to pay the bills and the bedroom tax. So, you know, I was there for that reason, and I've only just found that information out, of which you find out when you start digging.
Digging.
But next time there's an eviction like this taking place, we need leaflets, and then we need to leaflet the street, so
neighbours are aware of what's going on. And every street you go to and leaflet, then they can start waking people up. In general, because that's what we're basically doing anyway, waking people up.
So what do you think of the whole protest being dispersed, of quite a short notice? It's as if we are trying to raise awareness of something where the person in question is not actually willing to take to
be
get
fair,
out.
you get individuals taking over.
Yeah.
Just like what happened there.
I believe it was quite poorly arranged, and to campaign for something where people in question are not even bothered to turn up,
yeah,
or is it?
I don't know. No.
Well,
it should have been proud that a lot of people did turn up. That was quite a good event of people turning up, which is unity, and that's what we need, unity. And then to follow is Love and Light.
Yeah. It's quite strange, isn't it? I would say I don't like this type of events when you turn up and then you ask to leave.
Well, people are there through, free spirit, and then when you're trying to be controlled by politics, which suppress exactly what
the
we're
whole
trying to
initiative,
do.
exactly.
Yeah.
As if they're asking you to be here from 12 till 1 and live strictly by 1. It's not the way it's supposed to be, isn't it?
No.
If you want, you can still stay. It doesn't matter, does it?
Not really. But so shall we trust the council, the courts, the judges, or the police?
No. Thank you for watching.